Hey folks, Jamie Perkins here. Welcome to the wood shop. We are going to be planing down a mantle today, and it's a little bit bowed and crooked, so I'm going to show you a quick and easy method on how to straighten a big heavy piece of wood without a joiner or any other tools except for the planer. Here we go. All right, we're gonna have a look down the edge of the wood here. It's kind of hard to see, but this is bowed probably 1/4 inch in about 6 feet down the length. It is bowed this way, okay? If you can tell, you may not even be able to tell, but it is, and I can see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this board and I'm gonna flip it down onto this board, which already is flat. This board is flat and pretty true. Right now this mantle is on edge. This will actually be the top right here when I'm done, but we're going to straighten it in this direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it down onto this already flattened board. This is important. You got to have one board that is already flat, and we're going to use it like a little sled. So I'm going to put hot glue under the mantle. I'm going to stick it to this board. I'm going to slide shims under it where there's high spots and put glue on that so it can't move. And then we're just going to send it through the planer and see what we get. I got my hot glue gun, it's been plugged in, warming up. Look at that, you see the steam coming off of it? And I got some handy dandy door shims. We use these things for everything, they are so handy. I want you to get a good look at what we got here. It's tight on the ends. In the middle, see the gap underneath with the shims and the glue. It's going to hold it nice and solid. Temporarily, it's relatively easy to get the shims and the glue off later. So. I'm going to be using this jet planer right behind me. It's about a 20-inch wide machine, 5 horsepower. It should have no problem chewing the wood off of this mantle. I'm going to take my handy number 2 pencil and put some squiggle lines on the mantle so that I can see the material that's been taken off more easily, and maybe it'll show up on the video. Maybe I'll use a marker. Well, after only one pass, you can see that most of my line is gone. The only part that's left is at the very ends. So that tells me that it was high in the middle, and that got planed off, and I'm going to run it again, and it should be flat. 2 passes. I am pretty happy with that. All my pen line is gone and it is nice and flat. Ooh, look how flat it is. Man, I like that. So now I'm going to separate the mantle from the sled and flip it over and chuck it through the planer again. Now this side I am not going to put any squiggly marks on because I've already established my flat, and this surface here will be really easy to tell when it gets planed off what it looks like. The back side here gives you really a better visualization of what we're doing. You can see that that one pass on the planer took off a little bit of material on that end and on that end, and in the middle it did not touch because there's a little swoop in it. So this next pass will be a good heavy pass, about 1/8 of an inch. It should take it clean and clear all the way across, and then it'll be flat. Well, and there you have it. It's as simple as that. This thing is flat and straight on the top and the bottom. There you go. Pretty good straight corner. Now, I'm not going to machine the other face of this because it's got this cool rough sawn like circle saw marking on it. So I'm going to leave that alone. I think that's pretty cool. And we just had to machine the top and the bottom because it was not flat. And I just can't stand it if it's not flat. It needs to be flat. Really, this part of the job is plain and simple. Thanks for checking out the Perkins Builder Brother channel today. I'm Jamie Perkins. Take care.